James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
He's back! Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd. And boy, oh boy, ain't it good to see you captaining out there? Huh? Miami Heat picked up a 124-111 victory in this in-season tournament shit against the Indiana Pacers. And Bam was bamming out there, wasn't he, folks? 30 ball, 10 of 17, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals. Beautiful. Beautiful work by my young boy. You feel me? Never a doubt, never a question of where this team should be going. So, interesting game from Miami. Coincidentally, I think this was Bam's best game of the season. I get it. He probably had a higher scoring output against the Washington Wizards. But this game felt like where Bam's impact was both needed and felt in ways that it hasn't been for the rest of the season. So, I don't know who this is. Oh, leave you back there. My bad. But yeah, so Bam was this was Bam's best game of the season and his most impactful game of the season. I feel like Bam's presence was felt on both sides of the floor. It mainly started offensively towards the end of the third quarter. Like he had a little run there. And then in the fourth quarter, shit went off the walls. Brother hit 2 threes. Like shit, he was gaming at that point. He was just hooping at that point. And so I was really happy for Bam to kind of get off the snide, have him a game, impactful one that leads to a win. And it was nice, bro. It wasn't a selfish game. It was stuff within the flow. It was just him doing what we've asked him to do and be more aggressive. Somebody say, you know it, Bam FC, we back. Yes, indeed. Finally, a good third quarter. Used to pray for times like this. Enjoy them while they last. This Miami Heat team will Miami Heat. Y'all know it. Like they go eventually have another third quarter. But tonight, they're straight. They outscored the Pacers by 7 in the third. It was great. Bam was all around. It was around them white women. You can't fool me. I guess we do, Holland. I guess we do. He's been a nasty man. Nasty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Bam wasn't the only person who played well tonight. So I want to get into a couple other people. Since it's only me, we won't do the whole hour tonight. I'll take some of the questions. If y'all want to correspond, ask me some questions about that. We'll get to him in a little bit. But we're going to talk about some of the other guys that played well today. And I'm going to start with Kevin Love. Hey, yo. 12 of the most impactful minutes that a person can give you. Gramps was hooping today. All right? And I'm talking about he was giving you a little bit of everything. The nasty man! He's been a nasty boy, nasty. He's been a nasty boy. Listen, that boy gave us 100 bones and said, Bam, yes, sir. That's the comment. That's it. And that is all. But yeah, going back to Kevin Love, I thought Kevin Love was phenomenal. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 assists in 12 minutes. Listen, brother, he played he's playing the Jovic role in terms of like minutes, getting that early start, and then he get he did. But he's doing that Jovic thing where it's like supposed giving him that early stint, pulling him out for the rest of the half, giving him another early stint, and then you take him out for the rest of the game. But he's maximizing it. He's using that veteran savvy, that veteran guile to find ways to impact the game. And my God, bro, every minute he was on the floor, it felt like he was active. It felt like he was doing something. And it felt like the team was better off for his presence. So shout out to him. But let's talk about homeboy who he replaced. I don't know, y'all. Bitch, Nico might be it. I don't know. He looked good out there off that bench. Pushing the pace. Chipped in 6 rebounds. Wasn't bad. Like, somebody said we finally found a power forward. Sucks he's close to retirement. Brother, he should have retired 3 years ago. he should have been retired. But we use him. We employ him. And to be honest with you, tonight, it was beneficial to us. Do I expect this to be the mainstay of Kevin Love's game? Do I think this is Kevin Love for the season? Absolutely not. No, he can't do that. He's too old. But on certain nights, Kevin Love can give you this. He can give you this. He's going to always give you the smart veteran basketball know-how that this team sometimes lacks. He's going to give you that. But to be honest with you, if this is what the vision is for Kevin Love, where he gets that short stint, see if he's rolling. If he is, you give him a little more. Or if he's not, then you take him out. Then yeah. I fucked with Kevin Love in the starting lineup. It can work. He was guarding the center tonight, so he was guarding Miles Turner, and while Bam was over there on Pascal Siakam, so it worked. And I think ideally that's how they hope that this would work. This is how they hoped Nico would kind of be able to fill this void. But listen, whatever. If Kevin Love gonna hoop like this, let Kevin Love have that spot. Credit to Spo for this lineup. Same lineup as last game. I don't know if this will work the same with Jimmy back. Bro, he's a fucking troll. That shit was funny, though. But yeah. Too bad Kevin Love isn't 12 years younger. But credit to Spo for this lineup. Yeah, I 100%. Like, he's kind of like pushing different buttons now to see how he can make everybody effective. Tyson and Paul, I got Tyson. I'm lying. I got Jake Paul. Yeah, I think Jake Paul will win. And that's why this show going to be relatively short, so I can go watch that. But, yeah, so Kevin Love played well. Nikola Jovic played well off the bench. He got the bulk of the minutes at the 4. And played backup 5 either. Thomas Bryant didn't play. So they've kind of switched it up. So now that Kevin Love's back, Thomas Bryant is out of the rotation. And they've inserted Kevin Love into the starting lineup. So he's playing the role Nico was playing at the beginning of the year. And now Nico is kind of playing an expanded role to what Thomas Bryant had earlier, where Nico's essentially he's the backup big off the bench. So he's the backup 4 and he's the backup 5. So he was playing interchangeably. So he was playing some with Bam and he was playing some without Bam as the 4 and the 5. And at the 5, he wasn't half bad. Again, similar to the Kevin Love situation, I don't think that this can hold up. I don't think that this is like a long-term solution. But hey, I don't think there are any long-term solutions on this team. So if you can find different ways to make shit work, kudos to you, Spo. Shout out to your rotation tonight. They worked out well and they were effective. Other people who played well. Jaime Jaquez was cool. I liked Jaime Jaquez. Didn't love Jaime, but I liked Jaime. I thought he was infinitely more disciplined than he customarily is in terms of like driving to the rim. I felt somebody said, man, Jimmy's going to slow down his pace. I do think that was a big part of it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get to it. YN in the background. I'm getting instructions from the background to talk about a certain someone. I'm going to talk about that bitch ass nigga. Give me a second. But yeah, I do feel like this pace is more suited towards the younger team. They were up and down the court. Somebody says Josh Richardson needs to be catapulted out of Miami ASAP. I agree. But yeah, I do think that this game, the pace that Indiana typically plays their game, and the young group of characters that we had tonight, that fit them a little bit better. They're much more free when they're running, and they can get into their games a little easier. I think it's most beneficial to somebody like Nico, who's able to get out and run. He's able to push the ball a little bit. Is able to do a lot of different things to show more of what he wanted to show. So yeah, good players. Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo, by far the best player. Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez. Haywood Highsmith did not miss a shot tonight. Haywood Highsmith was phenomenal on defense. Haywood Highsmith was an impactful basketball player tonight. And I want to die. I want to die. He was good tonight. Fuck y'all. Yes, for sure. She tagged me tonight in some of that bullshit. He was good tonight. The fakest field goal percentage you ever see, 100%. He'll never be able to replicate this. But he did do some bullshit like this last year. Am I saying he was good? Yes, Adam Rodriguez. That is what I'm saying. But yeah, Haywood was cool tonight. Fuck. Ruined my agenda, but it helped my team win, so I'm a bit of conundrum. He was fine. He was fine. What is worse, Rozier being in Tyler Hell or Haywood Hell? So first of all, I built the Tyler Hell that I live in. Brick by brick, motherfucker. Which means that is my home. I love it here. What you guys saw on Twitter today, people talking to me about my Tyler Herro takes, insane. I'm not moved. I still believe what I believe, and I will say nice things about Tyler Herro. Oh, not tonight. That bitch was terrible. This was Tyler Herro's worst game of the year, and surprisingly, it did not affect whether or not we won or lost this game at all. It didn't matter. He was bad. He was bad. Like, was it his fault tonight? No. But Tyler being bad wasn't the end all be all of this team. They actually look fine. Dare I say this is the best team game Miami has played all year? Let me know in the comments. Like right now, is this the best team game Miami has played all year? No agenda. You know what I'm saying? Overall, most people playing as a cohesive unit. Was this the best game for the Miami Heat this year? And then you can tack on the fact that Tyler was bad and they still were able to have a pretty good game. Kendall texted me this as soon as the game was over. He said, Bam 40, we win. Or Bam 30, we win. Tyler 40. Don't really matter. You feel me? Like, look, I'm not going to spend too much time on Tyler Herro. He's been the best player on this team so far this year. Again, I say that, and I say full stop. Like, there are no caveats to that. Tyler Herro has been the best player on the team this season. He was not the best player tonight. He wasn't in the top 5 best players tonight, in my opinion. He was not good tonight. He looked like the Tyler that we know. Somebody said, how did Tyler score 20 points? On 16 shots. That's how he did it. But yeah, like, look, I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm not going to turn this into a Tyler Bash thing. He did not play well tonight. We'll give him an opportunity. He has an opportunity to play this exact same team on Sunday, and we'll see how he does then. Terry Rozier was mainly invisible. I realized that Spo cut his minutes dramatically. Like, he only played 23 minutes tonight, as opposed to, like, the other starters. So Jimmy and Tyler, not Jimmy and Tyler, but Bam and Tyler mainly is who I'm comparing them to. But, like, Terry played 23 minutes tonight. The same amount as Duncan Robinson, less than Josh Richardson, less than Jaime Jaquez, less than Haywood Highsmith. Hey, brother. Spo, you cooked. When Bam cussed out the team when it's starting to come back, he locked the fuck in. We needed to play with all that energy all the time. I agree. This is the best version of Bam all the time. But yeah, I also agree with this. Invisible Terry is a good Terry. Yes, indeed. No, like Terry being there, Terry being present is cool. But like minimizing what Terry did, I was fine with that. I hated the fact that it had to be Josh Richardson to play because he too was awful. Like but that's the lever that Spo chose to pull. If somebody can tell me what Josh Richardson was doing out there to warrant fucking 30 minutes, you coming on the stage? No. Y'all can guess who that is. But so Terry Rozier, like I don't know what Josh Richardson did to warrant playing 30 minutes. You'll take Alec Burks over Josh Richardson. For some reason, Spo ain't. I feel like because he's got so what Alec Burks' primary like addition to this team is shot making. So jump shooting. I feel like with Duncan kind of not tonight because Duncan was ass too, but with Duncan kind of leveling off Tyler, it's too many T's, but Tyler shooting well. The need when you replace Terry Rozier isn't shot making. I think the need that he's looking for is kind of like defensive chops. Somebody who can help quell the bleeding. Let him on stage, bro. Put him up here. What's up, Ant? How are you doing today?
6 of 6 from the field. 2 of 2 from 3. 14 points. Stuffed the stat sheet with every other statistic. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Haywood Highsmith is my starting shooting guard, ladies and gentlemen. And let me remind you, just earlier today, Royal A. Shepherd, when I said that Haywood Highsmith should start on this team, he laughed in my face. He said I was spewing the biggest amount of bullshit that he has ever seen in his entire life. And Haywood Highsmith today says, shut your ass up. I'm perfect. I am the best shooter on this team tonight. Although you were kind of right, too, because Tyler Hill was kind of stinking it up. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm feeling shameless today, everyone.
Yeah, look, I gave him his flowers, bro. Like, he was impactful. He was good. Like, he shot the ball well, and he played defense at a high level. Like, you can't ask for much more than that. I'm still not with the idea of starting him at the 2. I just feel like that puts this team at a disadvantage in terms of his power rotation. It limits what you can do there. But like tonight, he was cool, bro. Like I'm good with the Haywood Highsmith experience tonight. Hold on, what? Said Ant is the next Tobin if he keeps this shit up.
Yeah.
Listen, brother, I don't know if you know this, but that is who Ant wants to be.
Tobin's my boy, man. Been listening to Tobin for like a decade now, bro. That's the guy.
He's like a Tobin spawn. Correct. That's what he is.
Typhoon. What's up, bro? How you doing, bro?
Yeah. But yeah, so Ant, let's get into this a little bit, bro, because I talked about all like the good players, the bad players, or whatever. But I want to get into like kind of the way Spo adjusted his rotations a little bit tonight. So I was talking about a little earlier. I was saying that he dramatically cut Terry Rozier's minutes to the point where it was all you almost forgot that he was supposed to be out there at points in the game, and he chose to go with Josh Richardson. When Jimmy comes back, do you see him like spreading that out differently?
Well, I do like the fact that Terry Rozier minutes were cut. I do not like that they were replaced by Josh Richardson. There was multiple times today where I'm literally watching them kick out to an open Josh Richardson in the corner, and he keeps bricking time after time. And every time I'm thinking, if that's only Alec Burks in that corner, if that's only Pelle Larsson in that corner, I'm thinking that they got a lot more, a bigger chance to hit. But the one thing that I do want to pull up here which is just free money, ladies and gentlemen. This guy right here, 16 points for Terry Rozier is unbelievable. Smash that under as long as they don't adjust that, although Tyler did sell me at the end. But that's what I was trying to pull up. But anyways, yeah, the rotation. Jay Rich should be playing less. So should Terry Rozier. But the one thing that I liked best about the rotation is Duncan Robinson and his pairing with Bam Adebayo. Because although Duncan was 2-9 today and he was 2-10 last game, I didn't feel like he was shooting that bad just because that chemistry feels like it's doing so much more than just Duncan directly scoring or getting assists.
It's the goddamn pocket pass.
Yes.
He's making it, and he makes it on time, and it gives Bam the opportunity to kind of either drive to the rim and get an easy basket, or it gives him a chance to make a decision with space. Like, I know one time he got, like, fouled on or something. I was pretty scared because he stayed on the floor a little while longer. But even still, like, he got the ball with enough time to make that decision. And that's what Duncan Robinson was providing.
Yeah. I did the same thing last game. I checked the box score and I was surprised to see that Duncan shot bad. And same thing today, just because watching the game, I feel like his minutes are impactful. And he didn't jump off the box score today either. But whether he's doing that pocket pass or the little DHO or just spreading the floor for Bam or giving Bam an outlook to look for if he gets trapped, I feel like they need to be playing at least 25 plus minutes a game together if possible. Now, obviously, that means you got to get Duncan 25 minutes a game, and
no. You know how
you get creative, or Spo's got to get creative, but
he doesn't.
They have to play together.
I got a solution.
Well,
and it is a seamless one.
You obviously want to bench Tyler Herro. That's something that I
don't want to bench.
You think
Tyler
it's the most
Herro.
beneficial for the Heat? I understand.
No.
I understand.
No. I don't want my argument to be misconstrued, especially not here. My argument is, if you're going to bench somebody, because I do believe that they need to separate Tyler and Terry. If you're going to bench one of them, I would prefer you not give my bench unit to Terry Rozier. If I got to pick between, I prefer Tyler Herro to be the person that carries my bench unit.
I've heard you say this the last few days, and of course, shout out to you. We're on the 5 on the floor or the floor is yours episode with Sean and Timmy. I just listened to it. It's a great episode. So if y'all didn't check it out, make sure you go check out Royal on there. And you said the same thing there. And the reason I get what you're trying to say, you're basically saying Terry's bad as a starter. He's going to be bad as on the bench, right? Why kind of mess up what Tyler's doing when we've seen him thrive off the bench? I get your logic, but my logic is Tyler looks so much better this year than he does last year. That alone, I can't justify. And I've heard you say, too, that it's because he's playing off ball with Terry, which is why he's thriving. I don't think so. I think the biggest difference in his game is not the off ball stuff, because he's still getting a chance to operate in the pick and roll, do his dribble, pull ups and stuff. But it's his shot diet, right? He's pretty much eliminated the mid-range shots entirely, and he's taking threes and layups. And I think because of that, his efficiency has taken a big boost.
Yeah, so it's him playing next to Terry is one of the reasons, because I don't believe like Tyler's entirely moved himself off ball. He's embraced the off ball stuff more so than he has in the past. But he's still like on ball a lot. Like he's still dribbling and doing his pick and rolls every now and again and driving to the rim and shit like that. So that's all encompassing in terms of his improved play. I think people could, like, from year to year, the reason I draw the same conclusion every year. So Tyler to the bench has been the same conclusion that I've drawn for the past 3 years. But from season to season is for a different reason, because the team is different and it's still a viable solution or a viable option. I don't know if I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on this conversation because I've had it 3 times already. And I'm just flat out tired of arguing with people about it, because they're viewing me saying put Tyler on the bench as a demotion. And that is not the thing that I'm trying to convey. I'm trying to convey a trust that Tyler can maintain his production from as a starter or as a bench player. Like, that's it. He can do it from both units. Terry ain't producing as a starter, and I don't think he will produce as a bench player.
Okay, instead of making this a Tyler conversation, this is the other point with Terry, is he came from a system in Charlotte where he was the guy, because LaMelo Ball played like 17 games last year. He was hurt the year before. Terry was the guy. I see him struggling to get adjusted with this unit, because to start the season, he was taking 16, 17 shots a game. And over the last 4, I mean, today he took like 9. Last game was 14. And the couple games before that was like 8 and 6. So I think he's slowly starting to get adjusted and realize he can't be the 17 shots a game guy. I think that takes time, where maybe the Heat don't have that time, right? They're sitting here under 500. If you put him on the bench, he might be able to be back in that Charlotte role where he can kind of get crazy and cook and not worry about getting Jimmy and Bam the ball as much. You don't think that makes a little bit of sense?
I do think it makes sense. I just don't trust him to do that. I feel like with lesser players on the floor, he's going to be more inclined to shoot the ball. And then you're taking the problem with Terry Rozier is not like what unit he's playing with. It's who he is as a player. He just wants to pound the ball. Like he just wants to dribble. And he's going to do that no matter what unit he's on. I feel like the talent level of Bam and Jimmy is high enough to the point where they can mitigate that to a certain extent if they're playing up to their level. That's what's been like. They've been able to do this in spite of Terry Rozier. I feel like this badass play would have a bigger impact on the younger guys that are coming off the bench that kind of need help getting to where they need to in order to get their game on.
I would rather Terry pound and take shots away from Josh Richardson and Khalil Ware than pound and take shots away from Jimmy.
Well, I don't think Josh Richardson is a thing anymore if Terry Rozier goes to the bench.
That's a win-win then.
No.
That's a win-win. Terry gets his buckets and Jay Rich goes back to the bench.
No. I want to thank the nasty man with the $40 on know. He said, this too is free money. Appreciate you, gang. You know your boy loves
Appreciate
that cheddar cheese. That cheddar cheese, mozzarella promo. What you appreciate?
Hey, man, screw Elon Musk, bro. Ever since this man took over, I can't go in the like section no more. It's ruined it all for me. I'm going to need you to DM me some stuff.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all follow me on what is the other one, the new one?
There's like 100 Blue Sky or...
That's the one. The one where the long-ass usernames. Follow me on that shit. I don't know my username. It's probably Royal A Show. It is Royal A Show. Just look over there for me. The kid over there, too. Look, like I do want to hear your thoughts on kind of like the Jovic situation, like him being benched, playing better off the bench. He's only been there 2 games, but he got a game winner in one, and then he had a pretty solid performance tonight off the bench. He got more minutes off the bench, which is awkward, but he was playing well, and he seems to be shooting a little bit better. Maybe not from 3, but overall, he looks more confident. He looks more aggressive. How have you kind of interpreted his bench minutes?
Well, first off, I got the utmost respect for him to basically get called out by Eric Spoelstra and then to respond like that. And I'm really interested on what's been going on in those practices, because it's not just that, okay, he's been playing well the last couple games. It's the fact that his very first game getting a heavy amount of minutes off the bench versus Minnesota, who did Spo drop the play for at the end of the game to tie it up? He drew a play for Nikola Jovic. For Spo to do that, that tells you that he has the utmost confidence in him. So that tells me that he's either going crazy in practice or working his ass off. And then I love to see he got hurt last game, came right back today after missing a game, and he really didn't look like he slowed down at all. And off the bench, too, he was able to kind of be or when he was kind of running that second unit, he was able to be the little bit of the point guard that he's kind of wanted to be. We saw him have that nice pass to Jaime in transition. So if he can get a few opportunities like that a game, I think that's enough to keep him happy and enough not to stunt his growth, because I do think he's very good as a ball handler too, or the potential to be very good.
So a big part of that was the fact they had him playing backup center too. Like he was able to get the rebound and make the decision to push the ball as opposed to somebody else grabbing the rebound and him having to run his ass up the floor. So that was pretty dope. Overall, like this game, it's hard for me to take any big takeaways from like any game with the Miami Heat. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like there's always going to be kind of like this regression back to who they were, like who they want to be. It's always going to be a regression back to that at some point during the season. So again, I'm taking it game by game, day by day. It's like I don't know why this man keep coming off camera in the background, but yeah, I just kind of like take these games as individual opportunities to watch this team. I don't expect any of this to translate over into the next game versus Indiana. And do you think they've learned anything from this game? Is there anything that they can take from today's performance that they can use as a building block for the rest of this season?
No, I don't think anything like that. But the most important thing that I'm praying carries over is Bam's confidence. Like when you saw him hit that second three in transition and
come on, baby,
he wasn't screaming because he was hyped. He was letting out his frustrations. That's what I saw. That was him saying, like, God damn, finally, like I feel like myself again. I feel like I did last year. That's what that was. So if that can carry over throughout the rest of the season, that is way more important than any of the zone defense that we saw today or the switching that they've been doing. And they looked fine doing that. And if that carries over, whatever, like they're always going to play zone and be pest on defense. But if Bam can continue to have that confidence and aggression that he has, Trashy Rozier is crazy. If he can continue that going forward, that's what takes this team to the next level. That really does. Am I hopeful? Not necessarily. We saw him drop 30 in Mexico and revert right back to the scared Bam. But now he knows he's playing the same team again. He knows Miles Turner is going to play a lot of drop coverage. Keep doing it, Bam. And if that carries over, I'll be very happy.
So this comment is very interesting from Holland. She says, imagine if Bam played this well all the time. Then the starting guard conversation becomes meaningless. It doesn't. Because there are flaws that starting backcourt have that have nothing to do with Bam.
Bam's aggression is not going to increase the wingspan of the starting backcourt.
No, neither is it going to help them navigate screens. It's not going. None of that. None of that is going to stop them from getting from.
It might distract us from that.
Yeah, but one of them guys, but when LeBron get the ball and be like, and then bring that, like that's when you're gonna feel kind of like the guard play. But I do agree that like it would be nice. I don't think Bam can play like this every night. That's not a thing. I do think you can get the same level of effort, and I do think you can feel the same level of impact that you felt from him tonight. Most nights it won't require him to score 30 points, or it won't require him to get 5 steals or something like that. But as long as defensively, is this your mom?
Shout out to my mom for tuning in, man. What I want to know though, Mom, appreciate you tuning in. Who do you like more, me or Royal? Leave your comment down below. I'm very curious to hear your response.
Mrs. DiNardo, I've never seen you, but I have no doubt that you are a lovely woman.
Oh yeah, she tunes in.
Yeah, that's fine. What went wrong? How did you make this, bro? Like, gang, I'm sorry. Your son is awful. I just don't get it. I don't get it, Mama DiNardo. I don't. And again, I think you are a lovely woman. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Happy Mother's Day. I probably never talked to you on Mother's Day, but happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. All those things that I will never talk to you for. I just want to send love your way. But your son is fucking annoying. And I just wanted to say that, pardon my language. But yes, your son is annoying as shit. Talented, but annoying.
Do you think you're telling her anything she doesn't know?
Not a chance. Okay. Not a chance. I think she knows it better than all of us. She just needs to know that there are people who stand in solidarity with her. Like, we all feel the same. We feel your pain.
Don't take your anger at Shameless out on me.
Hey, bro. I don't know why him playing well makes me angry. It just does. I just don't like him. I don't like him.
It's much more fun when you just accept it. I made an apology video last year and just moved on.
It was horrible. The worst thing you could have did. He got so much work after. So we play the same team again on Sunday. I do not expect us to get the same results. I'm gonna say that out plainly. But Ant, I'll start with you. The boy feeling good.
Well, no, but I want to get your opinion on just the baseball style series in general. The last couple of years they've been trying. I personally don't like it just because as a fan, I feel like it's nearly impossible to win both. So once you kind of get the first result, I think the next result is kind of more expected. But how you feel about it?
I don't mind it. Like I'm with like getting it out the fucking way. Like I don't want to, space this game out. Have one game in November, the next game in March, where we got to go back to Indiana. It's just like if we can get these series out the way kind of earlier to limit the travel on the athletes, to kind of save some of their energy, then I'm all for it. You feel me? Like I'm down with them kind of bunching these games together in the same little Midwest area, get it out the way, go back home. Like so yeah, I understand what you mean. Like I feel like almost impossible to beat the same team.
Going into the next game.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, especially a team like Indiana that does well during the regular season. But for a team like Miami, it matters a lot less. I think, in my opinion, it matters a lot less because they're so playoff focused and have been through so many playoff wars. They're accustomed to kind of like seeing the same team over and over again, battle tested, if you will, especially this group. Like, they've seen a lot of teams, so like it doesn't affect them nearly as much as it probably would like rookies or something like that.
At the end of the day, it really just comes down to who I bet on. Because a couple days ago,
this is what y'all, Rodney, you got to come on time to the show.
Tune in. Hey, rewind about 15 minutes. It's there.
Listen,
trust me, it's there.
I did it before Ant got here. Ant got on here and did it. I don't know how many times y'all want me to say nice things about James Highsmith, but I'm not going to do it again. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
So a couple days ago, Portland beat the Timberwolves, right? Soccer, right? And then they played again the next game, right? The baseball series. I threw $50 on the Timberwolves. I'm like, ain't no way they lose to Portland twice. They lost to Portland twice. Coming into today's game, I smashed the Heat in the first quarter. I'm like, oh, Spo's going to be coaching with a vengeance. They heartbroken after last game. The Heat lost the first quarter. They had a great first half. I'm saying, oh, Heat have a great first half. Third quarter's coming. I threw a sizable amount of money on the Heat in the third quarter. Kevin Love comes out 13 personal run in the third quarter. So all that to say, it just comes down to who I bet on. Follow me on Twitter. I'll let y'all know before the game so you can do the opposite of what I do.
Where do they have to face these bets, man? You have to tell them.
The anonymous player prop betting app that could make so much money if they did sponsor us. They already do off of me and Alex Maserati alone, because Lord knows we're the two worst sports bettors in the world.
Brother, throw Stone Slosh in there as well, brother.
It's Stone Slosh. So I don't care who's listening. Prize Picks, DraftKings, FanDuel, Hard Rock, all of y'all. Throw a little bread our way. I'll be happy to send you additional money if y'all throw a little sponsor our way. That's all.
I'm not going to send you shit. I don't gamble. But I can tell you what, I promote the shit out your little gambling app. I tell these folks about it. But I won't right now because you ain't gave me the check. So fuck you until you do. So the boy feeling good about next game?
Yeah, I just threw $100 on the Pacers. So yeah, I feel real good.
Yeah.
Lie to me. Lie to me. You
lie
gotta
to you.
Okay. Lie to me.
All right, well, the Heat won by 13 tonight. Y'all know what that means for the next game. The Heat finna blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? By 50 points. Better. More. Bam. 60. Tyler, rebound game. Another 40. I'm with it, brother.
You're forgetting someone.
Haywood Highsmith, Mr. Perfect himself. 6, bitch. That's all he giving you. On 7 shots.
Tyler Herro special.
Come on now. Come on now. You cooking now. I do think Terry Rozier has another terrible game. I think Duncan has another terrible game. I think Jovic plays worse. I think Jaime plays better. I think Kevin Love, Bam play about the same. Tyler definitely plays better though. Like I think Tyler plays better on Sunday, and then that makes us that kind of like helps us get closer to a win. But in all honesty, I don't see it.
Did you ever get your Twitter fixed?
What was wrong with my Twitter?
Well, no, I'm just assuming it's broke because I haven't seen one tweet saying how many points Herro has on how many shots this season. And that was a standard last year, so I'm just wondering.
Anthony Donato, I'm turning over a new leaf this year, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm turning over a new leaf. Well, at least when we get out of the year, because
not according to the floor is yours.
Brother, once we get the All-Star break, I'm turning that bitch right back over, and I'm back on the same shit that I was before. Like, but right now, like, ain't no need. You can never let them know what your next move is. You know what I'm saying? People are anticipating me bashing Tyler Herro for hours on end, and I do it to myself quietly. But like on the timeline, I'm gonna let y'all breathe every now and again. Glad to see. I'll never be glad to see Josh Richardson put on the Heat jersey. Never. I don't like it.
I was reading the comment above that.
Grossman in reference to a crush on Kevin Love. I thought everyone does.
Hey, every man does too, Mom. I'm not gonna lie to you. You seen that GQ cover?
All right, bro.
I figure if you're gonna give me,
you gotta get a fresh page. We gotta give you white loose leaf, Anthony DiNardo.
Put a new tab in the binder.
Come on now, freak nasty man.
Yeah, I haven't. While you're right now, you could.
He been a nasty boy. What?
You can add this in there. I haven't enjoyed watching Heat games as much since Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin left the team.
I don't understand. That could be for like two. That might not be noteworthy. Why though?
The handsome looking dudes. They got significantly.
Don't even worry about. I don't even know why I put the damn pad down. I don't even know why I even did that.
Hey, everybody watching this knows the Heat have got significantly less handsome over the last couple of seasons.
Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God. Hey, bitch, run for your life.
Hey, I got a couple grades coming in, Holland, so I got to.
You got grades coming in? You're way
too
young for that, bro.
Hey, you know what did it? Engineering school. I'm telling you, I had none. The second I took my first engineering class, the shit started popping up left and right. I'm not even lying to you. Hey, if anyone hears about and wants to study engineering, keep that in mind.
That makes a whole bunch of sense. Let's close this show out before people start thinking that I like you. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my boy Anthony DiNardo for pulling up. Thank you to my boy Justin in the back on the ones and twos for producing the show. You know who this for. But yeah, we'll see y'all on Sunday when the Heat play the Pacers again, which will probably be the exact same post-game show. Play the video, Justin.
我们今生。